Everyone has their thing, something that they're passionate about or love. For some people, it's sports. For some people, it's movies, food, politics, whatever. For me, that topic is animals. My family has 3 dogs and 2 cats at home. One of our dogs being the Great Pyrenees, who is 6 years old and does not have long to live due to her mistreatment as a puppy. My family is very passionate about animals of all kinds, and we're all advocates for the phrase adopt, don't shop, which basically means that if you're looking to find a pet, look for an animal shelter to adopt a pet instead of a puppy mill to buy a pet. Millions of animals spend their whole lives in shelters not getting adopted. Approximately 1.5 million dogs and cats are euthanized each year, which this number is heartbreakingly high. Looking to adopt a pet would help put puppy mills out of business, where animals live in horribly inhumane conditions causing health problems and shortened life expectancy, like my dog Rosie. Adopting saves a life, but it also opens up a spot for another life to be saved. It opens up a spot for another animal to be fed and sheltered. Reasons to not shop are endless and can change animals' lives. Many statistics show how important it is to rescue animals. 6.5 million dogs and cats enter shelters each year, 3.3 million dogs and 3.2 million cats. Of these, 1.5 million are euthanized each year, 670,000 dogs and 860,000 cats. These stats are way too high, and if people look to adopt, many of these animals could have been saved instead of being put down simply because they weren't lucky enough to be chosen. However, many do save a life. 3.2 million pets are adopted in America each year, 3.6 million lucky dogs and 3.6 million lucky cats. And some more positivity, 710,000 pets are brought to shelters as strays each year and they find their way home to their owners. On top of the benefits of buying from a shelter, there are many dangers and atrocities accompanied with puppy mills, and these breeders are making it more and more difficult for shelters to do what they need to do to get animals adopted. 2.1 million dogs are sold each year from puppy mills and breeders, whereas 3.3 million dogs are euthanized at shelters each year simply because they weren't chosen. If all those dogs that were bought had been adopted, there would almost be no euthanizations. One of the reasons people look to buy dogs from puppy mills and breeders is because they want that nice, purebred, expensive designer dogs. Well, I'm here to tell you that these expensive designer dogs can be found at any shelter. For example, one of my dogs at home is a 6-year-old chocolate lab named Waylon. In Arkansas and pretty much all around America, Labrador retrievers are one of the most sought after and expensive dogs to be adopted and bought. But we got our dog Waylon at an animal shelter for probably just a couple $100, and he's as happy as a purebred dog and just the same as any purebred lab that you could buy for $1,500. Another problem with these puppy mills is these dogs have horrid living conditions, causing poor health, disease, shortened life expectancy, and even death. Just like my dog Rosie, who's, like I said, is only 6 years old, and we don't think she'll live super long. Problems with these conditions include their cages, which are too small to allow for any growth because they're kept in their cages all day as puppies. They can't grow right. They're not allowed to run around. And that's what happened to our dog Rosie that I keep mentioning. She's had horrible hips ever since she was a puppy. She has trouble walking up and down the stairs. She can't really run around and play that much. And this is a problem for her in her later life. My family also had another dog with the same problem that we adopted that had poor hips because of their conditions. These cages also that aren't allowing them to grow are also often just outside with minimal, if any, protection from the elements. Many dogs in these shelters die from the Peru virus, which is a respiratory infection, and many other diseases and infections. Often these diseases and infections are tick-borne or flea-borne illnesses. Puppies in these puppy mills also eat and drink contaminated food and water all the time and have little to often no veterinary care. There are also 10,000 puppy mills in the U.S., and only 3,000 are regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Females in these puppy mills are put through the ringer as they are bred over and over again until their wombs are destroyed, and when they can't breed anymore, they're normally just killed. It's rare for breeders and puppy mill owners to keep females around once they're no good. These are just many of the atrocities that go on in puppy mills. but there are also many reasons to adopt a pet. You will undeniably feel good saving a life. If you adopt a pet, you're saving a lot. It'll become your best friend, and you also have that feeling knowing that if you didn't adopt it, who knows if anyone would have, and it could not even be around anymore. You're also contributing to a great cause. If we stopped buying, many of these animals born in shelters would have a chance at a happy life. Breeders sell these pets for hundreds and thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But shelters are reasonably priced. Often shelters aren't going to be free. You might have to pay $100 or $200. But if you're getting a dog, it's a way better option than buying from a breeder, because these shelters are not in it for money. You're also getting a new best friend and giving him a forever home. Save a life. Together we can put a stop to puppy mills and help make shelter euthanization a thing of the past. Adopting a new best friend and knowing that you saved a life is undeniably a great feeling. Shelters provide you a reasonably priced dog for a great cause, whereas the practices at puppy mills should be animal cruelty and be illegal. Shelter animals deserve a chance at a better life too. I'm John Falcon, and I hope that this speech will inspire you to adopt, not shop, the next time you're looking for a new pet.